Alhamdulillah. So it's that time of week again. We're live. We're back from our usual slot. Hopefully everyone's okay. Frank, the first one to come in. How are you doing, man? Thank you very much for coming in. How are you keeping? Let me get this up on the big screen. How is everything, Frank? Let's pause that. Mute that so we don't get any. Oh, Frank, how's everything? Let's see who else pops in to say hello. What's everyone been up to at the moment? How's lockdown treating people? How's everyone coping with lockdown? And has anyone managed to get into the garden at all? I know, Frank, this lockdown's absolutely bonkers. I'm struggling at the moment because just get trying to. I'm struggling at the moment because with work and stuff, it's just these last couple of weeks just get the busiest start of the year, and it just gets absolutely hectic. So, how are you finding it at the moment, Frank? Sam's allotment diary. Sam, how are you doing, mate? Dean's lost the plot is here. Dean, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. I've got this on top chat, so I can't see what's going on. Oops. Um, Dean, I think it's that usual time again, mate. We're supposed to be live, aren't we? Uh, um, so I went to the plot today. It's cold. Sam, I know, man. It's freezing. I went out. I went into the garden today, and the kids were playing with their snowballs. So we've got about half an inch in patches. You know, like it's like dots about everywhere, little bits of snow or ice or whatever you want to call it. And they're picking that up and lobbing it at me. That's cold, man. I'm too old for snowball fights. I feel the cold a lot more than you guys do. Laura, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Um, Davey, Jommy, who else is here? Tim, thanks all for coming in, guys. So I'm in from work after Shield again. It's horrible, Frank. Are you getting into the garden at all? Even though it's freezing. Um, it's Leslie and Kyle's birthday tomorrow, so I've been very busy sorting their lockdown birthday. Okay, happy birthday to them. I hope they have a great day. Considering everything that's going on, I hope they do. Yeah, they have an all right day. Um, Sam, you've got no snow at all. We've got these little patches of, on the grass. There's little bits of snow from where it fell the other day, but it's more like it's freezing. um, 2 inches of snow up here in Newcastle, and ice, no sign of it moving anytime soon. I want some proper snow. Abs, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Jim Singh, thank you very much for coming in. Good evening. Cold weather, not good for my joints. Tony's Gadgets and Gardens and Gizmos. Tony, mate, thank you very much for coming in. MTB Geek. Hendrik, thanks very much for coming in, everyone. I've got 17 people, 4 likes. If you haven't hit that like for me, please hit that like. Davey, I want some proper snow, man. I want to go sledging. I want to go proper sledging as well. Instead of trying to skid about on the mud and ice on the grass. But I want to go proper sledging. Cold weather's not good for my joints. Jim, I can imagine this cold does hurt the joints. It does get, especially when you're trying to. I was sowing some onions in the greenhouse today, and your fingers freeze up. When you're trying to pick those seeds. I've got arthritis in my fingers. In my wrist joints. So when I'm trying to pick the seeds, it does hurt quite a bit. Um, MTB Geek. Yeah, we're all right. We're not bad at all. How are you keeping? We have no snow. It's just cold. First day off in a week. Went outside and couldn't believe how cold it was. Dean, it's freezing, man. It's freezing. He had to put his trousers on. Funny guy. Uh, feel lucky. Got vaccine yesterday as I'm high risk and NHS work. Laura, I didn't know you worked for the NHS. Oh, wow. Awesome. There's a couple of people who come in here. Ismail Karoli, he's another NHS worker. There's um, why am I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. I shouldn't be forgetting his name either, as well, because he's been here for ages. He comes in. There's a few of you guys. Nice one. Um, are they keeping you safe? Are you managing all right? Um, So Frank Spuds are chitting, manure on the onion bed, BFB in all the tubs, or bloodfish and bone on all the tubs and beds. Nice one. Nick's allotment diary. Nick just hit 2,000 subscribers, guys. Big congratulations to Nick. If you don't know Nick's allotment diary, go and say hello to him. He's a brilliant bloke, absolutely lovely guy. He's just hit 2,000 subscribers. It's fantastic, great news. I'm very happy for you, man. Um, I was well happy when I saw that little picture come up on Facebook. Absolutely fantastic. It's really cold in Spain too. Whereabouts in Spain are you, Abs? Are you north or south? David, hope you're well. Da 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 da. So no fucking good. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Hope you're keeping well. Uh, Monty, I'm old. Hate the Dean. I know. Nur Zaman, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thanks very much for coming in. I hope you're keeping well. There's another guy who's absolutely brilliant. Does some great work on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, go and check him out. He's called a Lost Bee. He does a lot of beekeeping, a lot of flowers, a lot of ornamentals. So if you do like that sort of thing, he's a nice guy to check out as well. Henrik, look, Henrik's just rubbing it in. The guy's in Egypt, right? And he's probably walking about in shorts at the minute, and he's just laughing at us. First time I've seen the missus scream at 2 inches. Ray's gardening channel. How are you doing, mate? Thank you very much for coming in. Uh, Goody, it's foggy. Out driving around. Snow. Blackpool last night. Ray, you're up. You've come up north a little bit. How are you keeping? Uh, Dean, the thing is, I don't like the cold, right? I don't like the cold, but I want some proper. I don't. I like the snow. Does that make sense? I don't like it when it's cold, but I don't mind it when it snows. I don't like it when it's wet, and I don't like it when it's icy or cold. But snow I can get with. I can get on the pro. I can get in the program when it's snowy. um, I thought I'd get Jommy. I thought I'd get ready for PE with Joe with a workout, and seeing it's January, instant regret. What? Tell us what happened. What's PE with Joe? Tell it. What's that all about? Norfolk, the car's not good. It's probably going to be written off. I mean, the insurance company said they gave me a blind offer to pay me out, but the offer's way lower than. Do you know that the same car in Auto Trader is selling at probably £1,000 more than what they've offered. So I've asked them to send an engineer out and have a look at it. So we'll see. But I was talking to one of my friends who's a car dealer, and what he's saying is since COVID, all the car prices, because people aren't buying as many cars, the used car market's really it's not changed. So the prices are creeping up rather than going down. So you'd expect a car a year ago to be lower now, but they've just held their value, or if not gone up. So looking for a used car at the moment is going to be quite difficult because they're all quite more expensive, more money than I thought hope they'd be. Um, so allotment's been dangerous for me this year. Broke my ribs and uh, some kind of tear in his knee cartilage. Wow. Are you recovering from that all right, Jim? Because that seems that's quite serious. That I hope you're recovering from that. When I get cold, it's mostly the bottom half of my legs. Sam, yeah, I don't like the cold, but I don't mind snow. Uh, we didn't do a thing in the garden here, as we need a shredder first. Um, Henrik, have you got lots of wood to shred up? Try thinking about. Have you thought about making some hugel mounds or anything like that? Would that work where you are? Do you think it'd work in that kind of heat? Been trying to move my. Is that pond? Ray, you talking about a pond, mate? Laura, my wife, works in our local hospital and got her dates for her vaccinations yesterday. See, we need to put my mum in for her vaccination, but I'm supposed to be on the at risk list or whatever it's called. But they haven't given me a date. But my mum's hopefully getting a date, and that's the most important thing, I think. My little greenhouse. I've just bought some rhubarb and potatoes. Can't wait to get them. Wait to start them off. Going also bought apple tree, pear tree, plum tree online, and I can tell I'm on the starting line. Um, do you know what? Are you gonna grow your potatoes in containers? Or are you gonna grow them in the ground outside? Because if you're gonna grow them in containers and you've got your greenhouse, you could actually start a couple of pots inside. I did that last week, so I've got a couple of pots. Had some chitted potatoes, and I've just stuck them in some soil and got them in the greenhouse, and hopefully we'll get an early crop of potatoes with that. Um, so everyone's saying, you're in Barcelona, Gaudi Park. It's a lovely city, is Barcelona. Absolutely, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful city. That have you? So are you gardening in? Have you got a nice garden? Are you gardening on a balcony? Tell us a little bit about what your gardening space. Um, Drops Family Garden. Thank you very much for coming in. Uh, you want me to say no fucking good again? Oh, right, okay. Oh, cheers, man. Dean, appreciate that for getting me there, mate. Oh. Oh my god. Oh no. This is supposed to be a child-friendly chat, you know. Skidaddle, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. Um, so oh, I know you as Steve on fit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's making a bit more sense. Mahmoud Ali, assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Thanks very much for coming in. I think I'm falling way behind in the chat. So planning to grow pineapple. Oh, who's ringing? Okay, hang on. Just one second, guys. So guess who interrupted that? Dean just rang up to interrupt the live stream. Just you man. Brian, it wasn't buffering. It was Dean ringing up to troll me in the middle of the live stream. Oh my god. I can't believe you did that. I can bet you now. Come summer, a bit we're mourning. Okay, yeah, I can bet we are. I can bet we are. So P with Joe is a daily keep fit thing. Where's that? Where'd you see this P with Joe thing? Uh, don't accept no. I'm not going to accept. They made me an offer, and I want an engineer to come out and have a look. Brian, how are you doing, mate? Thank you very much for coming in. Sam, do you know what? I don't care how hot it gets. I like the heat, man. I like that heat to get into my bones. I like some snow. I'm only a few miles from the Welsh hills, but I'm low-lying area, so don't get the snow that. Nick, I just want to use the kids as an excuse for me to go sledging. You know that. Andy, whatever. Long time no see, man. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Uh, got a couple of used cars. I'm gonna dump this spring. You're gonna dump them. You're just gonna get rid of them. Or are you gonna do something with them? Drop. Weeding on my knees, tore my cartilage. Be careful. Ow, that sounds painful. Heavy metal gentleman. Thank you very much for coming in. Hope you're keeping well. Um, Tony from Simplified Gardening, the legend. Thank you very much for coming in. I know I'm way behind in the chat. Mrs. Bowes grows. Nick's allotment diary. Thanks for the heads up on seeds and in the cardboard box. Took them home. Nice. So Joe Wicks, the body coach, is throughout the lockdown run a live video at 9 a.m. Monday to Friday throughout the lockdown. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't even know who the guy is, but I don't even know who Joe Wicks is, but I need to have a look at who this guy is. Sam, you turned your vaccine down. Did you look into it, or were you put off by some of the people, some of the scaremongering that's going on? Mentioning hugelkultur, I made a huge hugelkultur beds and never got to anything else because of lockdown. Oh man, that's horrible. Um, do you do that at an allotment, or are you doing that in your garden? Have you got any space at home where you can grow? One is going to read this 15 minutes from now, probably. Probably, I'm way behind in the chat, so I always am, guys, and I do apologise for that. But I want to read all your comments. Dean, the time of the middle of the night. We have some big lumps that will go under the banana, and the rest will. Okay, okay. Um, so I can't believe I can't believe what Dean did to me. He got me properly. He got me properly. Uh, Oh my god. Oh my god. Muhammad Ali, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thanks very much for coming in. Gardening for me is a small second story terrace. Never gardened in my life, and I like a lot of people. It was something I took up during lockdown. Okay. So, if you're on a terrace, have you got some nice plants for you to grow on that terrace? Because you should be able to get away with some nice tomatoes and a few other little things. Ray's, Ray's, yeah, Dean, I'm on the phone, man. I'm on the phone. Michael Stone, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you feeling at the moment, man? How are you feeling? How's your health? Um, what's this about seeds in cardboard box? Uh, what's going on with the price of seeds? eBay, especially. I went to my normal seller and they were 4 times normal price. I had 7 packet of seed in my and it came to 20 quid because of lockdown. Um, there's a high demand on seeds at the moment, and some people are cashing in, and some just can't get the supply. And because the supply is not there, the price is going up, and some people are just cashing in on it as well. So there's a mix of both things going on at the moment. So I went to Wilco's instead, got everything I needed, 20 packets for that 20 quid. Okay. See, I use Premier Seeds, and I think I bought about 25 packets of seeds for about 30 quid. Um, 5 or 6 varieties of tomatoes, 5 or 6 varieties of chilies. I want to have a good year with chilies this year. Baltic Homestead, how are you doing, man? Thank you very much for coming in. Hope you're keeping well. Uh, have you have you a shout out on my new video today? Cheers, Gary, man. I appreciate that. Now you've mentioned P with Joe. I've never heard of this PE guy. So I'm gonna have to have a look at this PE guy. Uh, ho- Home allotment, veggie beds. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. I know I'm getting to these comments late, guys, so I do appreciate. I do apologize. Sorry. Um, um, I bought seeds and seed potatoes from Pound Stretcher. I haven't got my seed potatoes yet. I keep looking on Wilco's online, and every time I look on Wilco's online, they've always sold out. Um, yeah. So I need to get some seed potatoes. Ski Daddle, some on Amazon for farmyard manure. £16 for a £4 bag. Compost has gone up. Do you know the price of compost? Just before lockdown, I was in B&Q, and the prices of compost have seem to have gone way high. I'm here, but will be a view. I've tried peeing with Joe. I tried pee with Joe because if you don't use it, you lose it. Uh, I need to check this pee with Joe out. Uh, oh, I'm still laughing at that. Norfolk. Uh, is that? So, are you really in Norfolk? Are you? Are you? Have you just got that? Have you just got that name? Now I've realised what it actually says. I've got 4 vehicles, don't need them, so yeah, I'm gonna sell them. Um, you're so far behind, I tell. uh, King Gifty, love post, but can you please date? Can you please date up your loads? What do you mean? Can you please date your uploads? All my uploads have a date with the. Do you know the date of upload? So they do have that. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but they do have that. So he got an MBE for doing this. Okay. So when I was doing my videos, how comes I didn't get an MBE? I want to check this guy out. He got an MBE for doing a PE lesson, and I didn't get an MBE for my gardening videos. I'm grateful for this. See, during the first lockdown, I was doing 2 videos a week for that. um, Dean, you better get onto the Queen for me. You better get onto the Queen and ask her where. It's probably in the post. That's probably where it is. I'm grateful for the space that I have and the joy that gardening has provided during a difficult period. Do you know what, Abs? What you've just said there, a lot of people have said the same thing. You know, during the lockdown, gardening's just given them that little bit. It's just given them that little bit of relief. I know if we didn't have our garden, we'd really struggle. I mean, my mum's really frustrated at the minute. She wants to get out and she wants to get out and about. But and she's someone who's quite independent for her age. So and sometimes I feel like a prison guard actually. You know, trying to keep her at home. Now, if we didn't have the garden, it'd be a proper challenge. Empty 2 of my compost bins today. 2 ton, 3 more to go. Then I'll have room to get the cleanup. Oh, now you're talking, Tony. 2 tons of compost. That's awesome. And if you've got 3 more to go, so another 3, probably another 3 tons there. So and I've seen your compost. It's always proper nice compost there. I live in a flat, massive waiting list for allotments in my area, so have one a few towns over. Ah, okay. Whereabouts in the country are you? So, Michael Hamza, I did my first 5 steps today. Hopefully, not long, and I can be home. Um, Hamza, it's not a good time for you at all, from the sounds of that, man. Um, have they given you an idea of when you can be home or anything like that from the hospital? The seed demand is forcing me to use my pockets. I've had a box for years. Use packets. I've had a box for years. Um, I'm using my old stuff, praying they'll still germinate. Do you know me that they should still germinate? You know, a lot of old seeds, even though they go past the use by date, they still germinate quite well. S- am I planting anything new this year? I'm gonna try a few. I'm not someone who grows a lot of cabbages or cauliflowers. I think I'm gonna try them, and that's something that's a little bit exotic for me. I mean, normally it's my gourds and pumpkins and all the squash, and like the South Asian type of vegetables over here. And but cauliflowers and cabbages are something that I very rarely grow. But I might have a go at some of them this year, and I'm having a go at Dean's big onions as well, and see what happens with them. Uh, I never buy seeds; just collect them from at the trash can. Pretty. Try Potato House UK for seed. Ah, okay, I've never heard of them because I normally buy potatoes from Wilco's. So I'll have a look at that. Let's all stay quiet and give him a chance to catch up. Uh, you. I think I'm the. Oh no! See, the mouse thing, the scroller thing, was nearly at the bottom, and as soon as I got to the bottom, it jumped up half the way again. So I've sorted out my seeds and purchased a new seed organizer. You know what I use? Um, I harvested I kept a gourd, like a round gourd, probably about that sort of size. Kept that for seeds, and I took the seeds out, and I've just kept the casing. So I dump all my seeds inside there, and we just use that gourd skin as a as a as a seed box. Da, 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 da. Call him Steve. I've noticed the stories over here not done the traditional dumping of garden supplies by marketing them down this year. I used to enjoy buying stuff dirt cheap this time. Drop. Everyone used to like buying stuff cheap at this time of year, and I don't think they're doing the sales like they used to. Um, I'll have a look at Premier Seeds. Thanks for the recommendation. Have you started your chilies yet? Skedaddle. I started my chilies a few weeks ago. I started some at the end of December, probably about the last week of December. I started some, and I got some more seeds come through this week, and they're soaking at the moment in my tea bath, and I'll get them planted in the next probably next couple of hours after I finish this live stream. So I might plant some more chilies tonight. My chilies are already popping their little heads through the soil, so I'm hoping for a good year with the chilies this year. Uh, Good to see you like this. Better than last week, Hendrik. Last week, it was just a depressing day. It was just a depressing day. I don't like that sort of thing, but I'm glad I was able to have a whinge at you guys and have someone to listen. Actually, it was good. So so Jommy's competing for my MBE. I think I deserve one. You don't get an MBE because you swore in your live videos. uh, King Gifty, I'm new to your channel. I'm new to your channel and learning loads. That's what I like to hear. If you've got any questions, just message me or just leave a comment, and I'll try and get back to you and help you out. Stu from Petals on the Paving Slab, how are you doing, mate? Thank you very much for coming in. You probably came in a couple of hours ago, and I'm just getting to your comment now, so I apologise for that. I went to Wilco yesterday. As I was in work, but they only had a few different types of Charlotte and Swift. See, Nick, they seem to have a couple of the earlies, but I like my Desiree, and I always buy a couple of bags of the big netted bags. I always buy a couple of those, and they're normally quite good for me. But yeah, they just haven't got the stock this year. So if I haven't got Desiree, I don't know. Can anyone recommend some varieties that'll do me the same job as Desiree potatoes? Because Desiree, the reason I like Desiree is they're quite drought resistant. You don't have to give them loads and loads of water. The insects and slugs, they seem to be pretty tolerant with them as well. They're a good potato. Uh, my elderly mother-in-law used to love popping over to my garden. This year didn't do it because I knew I couldn't have her help. Oh, that makes it hard, doesn't it? Do you know when the elders want to get out and about and get involved, and they can't? It breaks your heart. In this, that's one of the breaking things about lockdown. Um, but what can you do? Sometimes don't know what times of the year you're talking about. See, all King Gifty, all the videos have a upload time. So they should all have, if you look under the description of the video, you'll have the date they were uploaded. Now my videos are always filmed within a week of the upload. So I'm always the way I work at the moment is I filmed something, I film something at the weekend, and then by the next Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm editing and uploading. So I'm always uploading a few days after. I've filmed it. So if you look at the upload date, they'll all have the upload date on it. Um, Take your mum to in the garden or let her cook and make some nice movie. Um, Hendrik, if she'd let me video, she'd probably give me a whack with a saucepan rather than let me. So heavy metal gentleman is near Stevenage. I don't even know where Stevenage is. Do you know that? um, Tony, you're talking about the price hikes. That's crazy. Oh, I thought I was nearly at the bottom again, guys. So Craig Griffiths, how are you doing, mate? Thank you very much for coming in. Hope you're keeping well. Um, and thank you very much for your subscription. I appreciate that. Um, I bet homegrown cabbage and collie will taste nice in fish curries. Do you know what? Do you like cabbage chopped up and cooked with prawns? I love that. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. But we don't grow like cabbage and collies. We don't grow them because they just take up so much space. But this year I'm gonna have a go. I'm gonna have a go. I managed to grow cauliflower at the age of 11, 12. One of the proudest moments of my life. Uh, See, I've never tried growing cauliflowers. I've grown cabbages before, but I don't like them just because they take too much space. Um, Fartichokes are new to you this year. Steve, I grew fartichokes for the first time last year. We harvested them a few weeks ago, and it's the first time we've eaten them. They're all right, they're not bad. I mean, I realise why they call them that, but they're not bad at all. You need to get those giant onions in ASAP. Should have been in from November under lights. Ah, okay. So I need to get them planted then. Um, Sorry, cabbage, not cauliflower. The curry was delicious. Sully, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. You should replace Monty Don. Uh, I've just had a new greenhouse installed. Professional. It's quite wet inside. Is that normal? It shouldn't be wet inside. It should be if it's been put up properly. It should be quite watertight. Um, can you see where it's leaking from? Alex Amigo, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thank you very much for coming in. You'll never stop. The thing is it leaking or is it just like Brian says? Is it condensation? The allotment wizard, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. There are some markets here with a huge waste of vegetables. I take them. and take the seeds nice and cheap. And also, that's brilliant stuff for compost as well. Absolutely, that's yeah. You're onto a win there, Henrik. I don't know whether to start my chilies or not. I started all my chilies and tobacco last year and couldn't plant them anywhere. Um, and do you know what? Plant a couple, even if you can't plant them all, then plant a couple, and then at least you've got some, just in case. And worst comes to worst, you can try and grow a few inside if you've got the space. Then, uh, regards the car, we've all got your back, mate. Don't stress. Um, cheers, Steve. I appreciate that, man. Do you know? Do you know when you're going through a series of things and little thing and then little thing and little thing, it just feels. When that sort of thing happens, any sort of little thing just feels like it's the end of the world. But you, yeah, sometimes only what I could fit on my window. I'm with you on that. I'm in a new place, and I've already been told no gardening, but sowed 20 tomatoes and chilies. uh, spent 2 hours picking up glass after the storm. One of the greenhouses all over the place. That's Tony, that's bad news, man. That's really bad news. uh, did something smash into it, or did you just pick the whole greenhouse up? Dean's back, and he must have calmed down with all the swearing. Dean, uh, only 3 days, and I'm waiting for the spin the wheel. It won't be long till we spin the wheel. We're not far off. I think last time I looked, we're about 850, around 850 away from hitting that big 20K mark, and that'll be an achievement. That'll be a big achievement. I was hoping to have got it done before December, so we're a little bit behind. But yeah, if we can get it this year, then we'll see. Um, if we can get it the next few couple of weeks, then we'll probably get a spinny wheel thing going. I'm new to greenhouse and keen to learn as I want to grow my own veg. I've been trying for years to grow, but I'm not very green fingered, even though I love being in the garden and digging. Um, Sue, what do you like to grow? Sue Lee, if you tell us what you like to grow, we can try and help you. There's lots of people in here with a lot of good advice. Have you ever tried the Sarpo potatoes, like Sarpo Mira, blight resistant, high yield? I've grown Sarpo Mira before. Um, has anyone grown Sarpo Mira and they've been properly blight resistant? Uh, so it's 2030. Let's see. Ray, so I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat. Okay, I get it. Peter Fenterman. Peter, I was actually talking about you earlier. So there, Laura, there's our other NHS worker there. I was actually thinking about you earlier on. So we've got a few NHS workers. Hope you keep them well and safe. Um, I was going to forward some mixed garlic to you, but it wasn't the crop I hoped for. Peter, not a problem at all, mate. Not a problem at all. If I'm home in the next 3 weeks, I'll be happy. But be a while till I'm 100%. But I'll get there, inshallah. It's my head that hurts more than my leg. Constant migraines, pressure, and thud. See, Michael Hamza was in a motorcycle accident a few days ago, so he's recovering in hospital at the moment. So keep him in your du'as. Yeah, it was heartbreaking about mother-in-law coming over. I was gifted 2 aubergine plants, and I'll send her pics of them. And that's all we could talk about. See, she's probably telling you everything how to grow them, how to look after it. Probably she's phoning you up just to check if you've watered it. Uh, my mum's like that. Mum, yeah. Let's see where I am. So it was a 95 mile an hour wind. And the greenhouse weren't really secured as I built them. Tony, that's bad news, man. That's proper bad news. I'm gonna try to grow potatoes in the black 30 litre tubs and put them in the greenhouse until it gets warmer. I hope that will work. Seaweed, that's what I've done. I mean, Tony's got. I've started them in the black tubs in my greenhouse in a couple of, well, about a week ago. Tony's got some really good videos on growing potatoes in buckets. I mean, he's probably the king of growing potatoes in buckets. And most people on YouTube have copied his videos, and he's given me a lot of yeah. I mean, my potato video was based on his video, so there's the source there. That's Tony from Simplified Gardening. Cabbage cut with prawn is what I like. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm with you on growing cabbage and cauliflower. I want to try it, but mother-in-law already told me it's a waste of time and through my. Oh yeah, joking. The only thing is, right. The only reason that I haven't, there's a couple of reasons I haven't grown cabbages and cauliflowers. One is you have to be quite careful with protecting them. Two is they just take so much space. So a cabbage can take what, a couple of foot of space, and you're getting a cabbage that's that sort of size. So it just sometimes just seems a bit. You know, when you're a bit precious on space, it just seems a little bit. Yeah, it just seems like you're giving it a bit too much. They're awesome in stews. I've not grown any onions yet. I've gone from growing onions from sets a few years ago. From probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I used to just grow onions from sets, and then a few years ago I started growing a mix of onions from seed, and then I'd grow from sets as my backup, and now I'll just grow from seed. You can grow so many more varieties, and it's so much cheaper. I've had 1 packet of onions now. I bought probably 3, 4 packets of onions a couple of years ago, and I'm still going through them. I mean, the germination rate does drop as the seed get older, but yeah, I much prefer growing them from seed now. Who's Steve? I know who Steve is. He's gonna, do you know, what's the phrase? You fool me once. I watch you on my main TV through Fire Stick at the moment. Don't know how to get detail of you. Do you know, just under the comment section, it should say that, the upload date. So just under the title, it should say the date of the upload. I feel like cabbage and collie, but it's a fair point that actually mentioning the date in the video. It is actually a fair point. It would help with things. It is a fair point. I feel like cabbage and collie isn't really top of the list for Bengali people to grow. We don't eat it that much, do we? See, I like cabbage. You know, with cabbage and prawns, that's one of my favourite curries. You know that. I think it's awesome. What did I have today? I had prawns and uri. So prawns and beans chopped up in a little bazzi. I grew cabbage and cauliflower for the first time last year. I think they were close together. Got a lot of stalk with little cabbage, cauliflower on top. Dean, what do you have to say to Laura's cabbage? Tanya C, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. I haven't been in for a couple of weeks. Hope you had a happy new year. Yeah, we had a good new year. Hope you're keeping well. How is your harvest going at the moment? Because you're well into the swing of things at the moment, aren't you? Alan Robertson, how early can I plant my seed potatoes in buckets outside? Alan, I've put a few seed potatoes in buckets, but I've got them in the greenhouse. I wouldn't do that this month. I'd wait till at least towards the end of next month before I'd do something like that outside. if you're going to do it in a greenhouse, or if you're going to do it in some, you know, you can make it like an improvised greenhouse. If you can get a big enough plastic bag, and make like a little grow room. If you could do that sort of thing, then I'd try it from maybe early next month. But this month can be a little bit too cold for them straight outside. I'm not sure. There seems to be a lot of water running down the grass and puddles on the floor. Wasn't sure if it should happen. It could be the condensation, but it's worth checking if there's a leak. So I've got Pentland Javelin, and Sharps Express and Rocket. Sharps Express, that's one that I haven't heard before. So drops, I'm not growing any this year. When I grew cabbage, I was about 11 or 12. So a couple of years ago. So threw it all over the place. I'll put a video on Facebook later. I'm sorry, Tony, man. That sounds like that's horrible. That. When Monty reads this post, please continue to the comment. Where you were when we had that? Yeah, Tony, it's come on. It's come on. Awesome. Do you know that my compost video? That quick compost video. It's almost got 500,000 views on that, and it's that one video that's just broke out. It's just absolutely just broke out and gone. That's the one that's done it for me. Absolutely amazing. But I need a few more videos to do that. So I think Frank was taking credit for making that go viral. So Frank, do your magic on some of my other videos, man. On a positive note, I've watched your composting videos and I've convinced my 3 sons to compost all our kitchen waste. Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome. We're gonna do some. I'm gonna do some videos on grey water this year and how to use grey water. What I want to do is I want to set up a little grey water recycling station in outside my back window, back door, if I can figure out how to do it properly. Keep going, I'll still be catching up next week. Today I found a huge 2-year-old pile of horse muck about 20 foot high. Shame I've only got a trailer box. Steve, get out and do as many trips as you can. I'm sure that's essential travel, you know. So let's see what's going on. Are you guys coming in to join in?
Go to the bottom of the comments.
What are you doing?
Ninja.
You're a ninja. Okay. So you can get some cheap pH strips and test the soil. And can you put up a recipe of your cabbage and prawn? Tanya, yeah, I can. I can. Let's see when we next get a cabbage. Next time we get a cabbage, I'll do it. So Leslie, I didn't see you come in. If you've been in here for a while, I'm sorry for not saying hello. Guys, we've got 44 people, 28 likes. If you haven't hit that like for me, please hit that like.
Go to the bottom of the comments.
Go to the bottom. Hang on, look. Yeah, cheap fake helmet crashed.
Just
hang on.
press that arrow button.
Wallflowers, thank you very much for coming in.
Oh.
Hamza had a motorbike accident. He's in hospital at the moment.
Uh-oh.
So Hamza, so everyone make blood for Hamza. So Ruth Stout method with a huge layer of straw mulch is great for growing potatoes out of season.
Which Hamza?
What are you doing?
Owl. Hamza wasn't that owl. Very non-entity.
Where's that? So just sown last lot of dwarf beans and potatoes for a late crop. So much growing. I'm too afraid to go outside each morning. See, that's what it's about. You know, when you've got everything coming in, and you've got everything coming in like that, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Right, the kids are pestering me to the end of the comments, so you can all talk to them.
No,
See, come on.
I said get the ball. What you got the ball for?
What are you doing?
Bowl, it was a plate.
Okay, I mean,
Strangle.
So, I'll tell you, Frank saying hello to you.
Hello, Frank.
This guy's still having his dinner and he's come on to...
quick,
Careful with
that's
that.
dangerous.
That hurt.
No, Zaki, don't.
So, sorry, Hamza, I've just been calling you Michael. My apologies, wishing you a
He's
speedy
not an
recovery,
angel
inshallah.
turtle.
Mate, no, I blame...
Wait, don't.
I'll blame you for me now having compost. You see, look, you've got a compost, man. If you're gardening, you've got a compost. Some kind of compost is absolutely, doing some kind of compost, absolutely awesome for you. Come around here.
I'm looking.
Some kind of compost, absolutely
I'm
awesome
gonna
for you
hit the
guys to do.
computer.
Sorry, I took no.
So definitely do it. Richard W, how are you doing? Thank you very much for coming in. The garlic is going well. Used Aldi garlic and Lidl both.
Both sides.
You're gonna drop the computer. Both
stop
good,
messing
but the
about.
bulbs from Lidl definitely the best. Okay.
Zaki, don't do that.
See, I just use my normal. Do you know my grocery shop
That's
garlic?
4 eyes.
I use my grocery shop garlic, so that's normally that normally does all right. Ow, dude. Sit down. Leon Arastia. I'm sorry, I can't read that, so I do apologise. Wallflowers, the kids. We've got this one trying to be a ninja at the moment, so he thinks he's a ninja. Is that how ninjas don't fight like that? Go on, get some proper fists up, man.
What's this?
I'll do. Careful.
Ninja. What does that say?
CW, the little one makes me laugh. Every time he comes in, the first one he's saying hello to is Frank. He's like, as soon as we see Frank, you can forget about me, innit?
Is Frank on the live stream?
Yeah, Frank's here.
Sit down.
Frank,
Sit down.
give Zaki some trains.
Boys are Leslie, they're always this one's always bouncing.
Because okay, I need to see your mouth. Open your mouth.
There you go.
Last bit. Done. Yes.
So, better feed my kids, right? You take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. See, ow.
Don't look at me. No, please. Calm down.
Alright. So, hang on.
Look, a rocket.
So-
Calm down.
There's a rocket for you and some trains.
Rockets and trains.
So, night everyone, stay safe, ninjas. So, Laura's saying bye to you. Laura, you take care and we'll see you this time next week. Hope you have a good week. DJ Hawkins, how are you doing?
Greetings from Argentina.
Just one second. Just stop fighting with me, man. So,
Arrow now.
So, where I missed
Arrow,
I missed a comment that I wanted to say. Mo's been ninjured in the head. Call the cops.
What?
He's saying that because you were ninjuring me in the head.
Blindfold.
Dean, I know you're here. Ow!
Not long enough.
I'm way behind in the chat. Where am I going?
Long enough to blindfold your big fat head.
I missed a comment that I wanted to read.
Trying to blindfold you. Blindfold.
So Leon's been saying.
Actually, blindfold his mouth.
Leon's saying.
Blindfold his mouth, so then he won't be able to talk.
Well, how am I going to read the comments if you guys blind me? Why don't you come around here? Okay.
Yeah.
So
No.
Leon was saying greetings from Argentina. Okay.
What languages was he speaking?
Oh, that burns, Steve.
What language was he speaking?
So I got a free bag.
He's speaking a different language.
Spanish.
Oh.
So I got a free bag of horse manure.
In Spanish. I thought people
Richard,
got Spanish.
it's in the green bin for the winter, but I will use it. Use your compost in 2 weeks technique.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well get here.
Once we get the sunshine back.
Wait, not now.
You're blocking the camera, sweetheart.
What? How?
Steve, you take care, and I'll see you soon. So, bye. Who? No. Come out the way. Come on, there. Come round here, Tony. I hope you're well, mate. I don't envy the task of picking up that greenhouse.
I called him some new cream.
Brian, you take care,
Mine.
and I'm glad. I'm glad to see you win. It's been good seeing you in, man. I didn't get many of your one-liners today, though. I'm surprised you weren't ripping the mick out of me even more for that comment about that town. I'm not even going to say the town's name anymore.
Why?
What are you doing?
It's a Sheffield.
No, it's not Sheffield.
What?
I stuck some old garlic cloves in my raised bed in
Bradford.
December. There's some big green shoots. Will it go into a garlic bulb? Sully,
Zaki, look what?
just what? Do you know when you put the garlic into your raised bed? Now just leave it. Let it get to about June, end of May, June. It'll start bulbing up, and you'll have a nice bulb. June, July, you should be able to harvest a nice garlic.
I gave you
so it's perfect that you've grown it now.
Look what I gave you.
Okay,
He gave you hand. He gave you face.
Right, let's see who's going on.
Come here. Zaki has an extra face. Dad, come on.
So ninjas need to eat, otherwise they can't fight. These two are wrestling in the background. Why are you not joining in? Why are you not coming and saying hello to everyone? So, despite the cold weather, the chart is still going well. Picked and cooked some yesterday today.
Me and Zaki are going to be the people's real entertainment. No, we're going to be the ninjas.
You're going to be the ninjas here?
Yeah, we're going to be the ninjas and we're going to fight each other. We're ninjas after.
So the Hawaiian, you ever use hummus found in the forest? It's a good, shush, 1 second. It's a good way to bring in some microbes into your soil. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because if everyone goes out and does that, they'll damage the forest in no time at all. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yasna Blog, you're new here. Thank you very much for coming in. You're very welcome.
Dad, show me and Zaki fighting.
Ow! You're already. They can see you fighting.
No, properly. Properly.
So hang on. You're gonna squash me again.
Show me and Zaki fighting properly.
Is ow! Right.
Dad, show me and Zaki fighting.
So they wanna show them fighting. There you go.
Wait, Zaki, round one. Fight.
He's gonna beat you up. All right, that's it. Okay. So this is what happens, right? This is what happens. It just gets absolutely mental.
The fight's not over.
It's not over. Okay. We'll end the live stream for that time because remember. Let go, Zaki.
Can you just show me and Zaki fighting?
I live in a tropical paradise where there's loads of untouched forests and jungle.
Dad, can you please show?
No, you just showed it. If you show, they'll end the live stream if we do that. Remember last time when Zaki jumped and they cut the live stream off. So be careful, okay?
Zaki jumped.
So you don't want any of that. Right, okay. So yeah, if you fight, look, even Ray's telling you, if you're fighting on YouTube, if kids are fighting on YouTube, we'll get kicked off. We'll get kicked off.
What?
Finish him. So now they're gagging me and they don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
So Valencia, I really appreciate how
sound,
and what you've
you sound
taught us. And you look forward to learning. Valencia, you're very welcome. And if I've said your name wrong, I do apologise. What are these guys doing to me? Your boys are so funny. I have 3 sons, all adults now. It reminds me of when they were little. It's like herding cats. My daughter's the best one though. Come here, sweetheart. Come and say hello. What? I'm not calling you.
Zaki, look.
See,
Now we know
you
which
gave
one's
you
your
exercise,
Ow.
people.
Now we know which one is your favorite.
None of you are my favourite. I don't have favourites, okay?
Wow.
Who's the best?
I didn't say...
Wow.
I think I've just been busted. But I think these
Ninja's
kids
crying.
are... Stop it.
Wow.
Ow! Ow! Tries to do well in pots, but
your
spent composting.
favourite?
But she's not. You're my favourite.
You just yay!
No, Zaki, you're my favourite. No, Zaki, you're my favourite.
Okay, I'm actually happy about my girl. Zaki doesn't even care.
See, Zaki don't care. Stop picking your nose, man.
Zaki, you're Papa's favorite.
You need 3 more children. If I had 3 more children, I'd be ripping my, you know, I'd be ripping my beard off and never mind my hair. It'd just be bonkers.
That's how you have to put it.
Oh man. Carl's Adventures. Hope you're all well. Carl, we're not bad at all. I hope you're well. I hope you're keeping well, mate. Ow. Like my mum used to say, I don't have favourites. I don't like any of you. See, I was gonna say that, but nowadays, you know, if you say that to them nowadays, they'll get too they're too sensitive nowadays.
I got a cut. Zaki scratched me here.
So Zaki scratched you there, but it's good that you didn't do anything back to him though. Thoughts on using fresh seaweed kelp? Do you know, as a mulch, seaweed is amazing. Do you know, it's absolutely awesome to use as a mulch if you can get a lot of it.
Why is that
you can't
person
use-
saying that?
If you can't use it if you can't use a lot of it as a mulch, then it's good to make
Zaki scratched me over
a
here.
liquid fertilizer with it.
I'm gonna
Right.
tell them something.
You take care,
I'm gonna tell them something.
and I'll see you next week.
I'm gonna tell them something.
Go on, say what you want to
We
say.
had a flu jab this morning. Actually, I had a flu jab.
Okay, so Dave, there you go. You're my favourite eldest boy. See, that's the way I normally do it. This is my favourite daughter. This is my
your only
favourite.
one.
This is my firstborn, and this is just the baby. I use seaweed liquid fertilizer. It's brilliant. And see, if you can make, if you don't get a lot of seaweed and you just get a small amount, make some liquid fertilizer from it. But if you can get a lot, it's absolutely amazing to just use as a mulch. Right, guys, we've gone past the hour mark, so I'm gonna call it a day here. I've heard the best place for. Dean, you nearly got me then. You nearly got me. I was almost there. Okay, got to. Tony, you take care, and I'll see you soon.
Dead.
Right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. You take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ow, 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 ow.
Wait.
It's not even ending. What's going on?